perception and intuition and channeling and all that good stuff. And send it out, you know. Oh, here we are. Oh, okay, the lights did nothing, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, so I'm sitting in Virasana. I'm sitting on my bolster. I put a little blanket down for support. You sit however you like. On New Year's Day, we took a sound therapy, like an online. I love this online. I think it's like the greatest gift to yoga. If you are an experienced practitioner, you know, you're not a beginner. I think starting out fresh as a beginner might be more challenging, but otherwise it's such a lovely thing to just turn. I don't have to tell you, you know, because you're here. So we did this sound therapy class. And he was, the instructor was setting us up, and he said, you know, like, just take your props and, you know, take what you need to be comfortable. And then he said, okay, now go get one more prop and put one more blanket, because, you know, you probably need one more thing. And I was thinking about, you know, us here, how we've been doing this with all of your props right beside you. And we are prop heavy in this community, you know, say put a blanket down, make yourself comfortable. And that is such an important part of learning how to take care of, I say take care of yourself, but how to make yourself more comfortable and more even present, because you've all had that experience. Your Heart and I were also talking about Shavasana at Red Deer Lake. He's like, oh, you know, I was listening to music. I remember Shavasana at Red Deer Lake, and I said, were you cold lying there on the floor? Right? I saw that. Were you cold there? And, you know, I would like run around and try and turn the heat up and turn it down. And there were times when the furnace didn't even work and all of that. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Because when you're lying in Shavasana and you're cold, that's all you think about. So props. I guess that's the message today, is props. Is to take care of yourself. And so here we begin. Okay, let's just take a big breath. Reach your arms up, take a nice big breath, and then bring your hands together as you exhale, straight down the midline, rest at your heart, bow your chin, close your eyes. Feel yourself in your space. In the first practice together of 2023. Softening the space of your forehead and your eyes as you rest into yourself. Making any adjustments you need to. And with your thumbs just resting on your upper chest, just tune into the movement of your heart space. Feel this mantra coming in. You can just repeat this to yourself. I am expansive. I am expansive. And take a nice full breath, lengthen yourself from bottom to top. Release this breath through your mouth. And we'll chant over together 3 times. Inhale. Oh. 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 Bowing your chin. Okay. Stay seated for a few moments. Let your eyes open. And just move your hands just as they are, a little bit away from your chest. You can't see me at all. And I'm just going to start to roll this like, all right, have a good day. Everyone says bye.
Expansive to be.
Expansive to you. We're just going to roll this, wheel. So lift yourself up, drop your shoulders, drop your jaw, and then maybe it starts to become big. You could just stay in front of the heart. Just trying to keep the hands connected. And then we'll reverse this. Nice little opening, spinning the wheel, moving through the cycles. Good. Okay, let's do one more. And then just let your hands rest on your thighs. Let's pause here for a moment. If you need to stretch your legs, take a moment to do that. And then we're just going to move into twist. I'm going to stay in Virasana, go cross-legged. We'll inhale. And as you exhale, just move over to the right. And then we'll just floss it like we do. Just turn your head to the left, your short chest maybe will turn to the left, and then back. So just turn your head, drop your jaw. Just gently opening. Feel your breath. And then we'll rest in the twist. And I have on this bolster, so I have my hand on the bolster. If you need a block, you'll use your props. And then in your twist, you might have to back off a little bit. Just lengthen yourself from the base, crown of the head. And then come back in a little bit. Awareness and presence. Good. Inhale. And gently release, pause, do what you need to do with your legs, and just be in the unwinding for a moment. And then before we go to the second side, we'll just take a side bend over to the right. I'm just gonna put my hand down. You know you could grab your block, reach up, that's it. And let's just flow gently here, and that could just be waving the arm a little bit, or maybe making a nice big circle with this arm. Just opening up. Let your head be free, jaw be free. And it's really nice just to close your eyes. And if you're circling, just reverse that. Bring in your smile. And I'm going to do one more full circle and then just rest over to the side. And if you have capacity to lower onto the forearm, you can go there. Otherwise, just open, breathe, soften where you can. One more full breath in. And then to breathe out and to release, I'm going to let that left hand come down to the floor and just walk the hands to lift you up, and then just come back again to your sit. Again, you need to change your legs, do that. Okay, so before we go to the second side, just sitting as you are, we're going to drop the head over to the left side. So left ear towards left shoulder. And then just find your lengthening. Release your jaw. Let's take the left hand, just rest it on the right side of your head. Drop the shoulders, drop the jaw. And then we'll take the right hand out, and you're just going to reach it away from you. Maybe you flip the wrist and just push, like as if you're pushing something away. Okay, I want to find that stretch in the neck. So you might have to turn your chin. You might turn your chin towards your left side. You just kind of see, oh, what do I need here? How can I find what's going to benefit me? Maybe pressing the head into the hand a little bit, the left hand, head connection. Drop the shoulders again. Drop your jaw. Just take 3 breaths. Let's say the key word is to soften. So if you feel a stretch happening, can you soften around it, into it? And then I'll release the left hand, take it to the left side of the head, lift the head up. And then again, just rest for a moment. Just feel. And then we'll just turn the head side to side a few times gently. Yes. And maybe you bring it to center and just a little bit of this side to side. Good. Okay. And then we're going to do the second side. So again, change your legs if you need to. And then we'll just start with the twist. Go right to the left side. Oh, you're going to get a show. Okay. All right. And then we'll just floss it. And just turning your head, your chest, anything else. And we'll rest over to the left side in this twist. Lengthening, releasing, softening, breathing, all of that. Just feeling for yourself. I didn't do this on the other side, but that's okay. I'm going to take my right hand and just press it to my heart space. Maybe just repeat this mantra, I am expansive. I am expansive. And we'll release. Come back to your sit. Pause. And we'll take side bend. So left hand down, right arm comes up. Yes, and then just moving this in whatever way feels intuitively correct. Even though there is no correct, right? There's not even a correct way to load the dishwasher. How's that? Okay, making nice big circles. Doing the breath and this. Oh, I say dishwasher, but it's like a dishwasher effect inside your body. You're just moving around deep inside. I'm going to change the circling. Let your head be free, jaw soft. Oh, we'll do one more, whatever you're doing, and then come to rest in the side bend. You can lower down, go there, or don't. Oh, I'm going to hit the wall here, so use the wall. It's not necessary. Okay. So definitely, for me, this is my tighter side, so I'm going to smile a little harder. Soften, breathe. Expand into space. And then just let this right hand come down to the floor. Look down to the floor and walk yourself upright. As if you're taking tender care of yourself. Pause for a moment. Feel. Okay, and then we'll release the head to the right. And just be there for a moment. You know, you lengthen yourself, let the head tilt, release the shoulders, the jaw. And then taking the right hand over to the left side of the head, just as a little bit of extra something. Drop that right shoulder if you can. Okay, maybe you're twisting or dropping over too much. So just come back to a long spine, just take it into the neck, and then take the left hand, pop that wrist, push away, and you might need to move that. And you might want to move the chin and play with where you are resting here. Find it, look for it. How can you find this place of your most discomfort? You can soften, release, expand. Even getting to know these places. Your eyes are closed. Really listening to your breath. Okay. So then we'll bring the head up. I'll use the right hand on the right side of the head to lift it up. Pause, just to feel that. Good. And then we'll just turn the head very gently side to side. Then you'll bring it back to center. And we'll just do a little bit of this ear to shoulder, side to side. Good. Good. All right, we'll just do some basic neck circles, some rolling. And if you have some neck stuff, you just do like a half circle. Again, do whatever you need to do with your legs. He's going to sit up nice and tall, release the chin to the chest, and then just start to create this very slow, nice circling. Still very aware of maintaining your yogi sit. Listening to the sounds. At some place here, just reverse the direction. Nice and slow, jaw soft. That snap, crackle, pop is not just, you're not the only one hearing that. Just remind you. Just drop the chin to the chest. Good. Okay, so here's how we're going to lift the head up. You're going to keep your chin to your chest, and then just allow yourself to almost slouch here. Just release yourself into your slouch. Feel your sit bones. Press down, lengthen the spine, lift the heart. The shoulders are going to move. And once the heart is lifted, then the head might just naturally feel like it's ready to come up. Okay, beautiful. You're going to stay sitting, so do what you need to do. Hands together, interlace the fingers, flip the palms, reach up. Let's just crescent a little bit side to side. Just feeling, maybe you can start to lift your chin a little bit, look up, even just lifting the eyes and looking up. Good. Okay, I'm just going to come to center, press the sit bones, lengthen, press the palms up, lift your heart. Maybe you can look up, drop the shoulders. Just breathe here. The fingers are interlaced and you're almost pulling them apart. Draw your belly in a little bit, more breath. And then exhale, open the arms out to the side. Maybe they come back a little bit, touch the earth, and then turn your palms up, sweep up, inhale. Bring your palms together, down in front of your heart. Okay, pause here for a moment. We're going to move into a forward fold. I'm going to stay like this, but you put your legs however you need. So cross-legged, opposite cross, legs stretched out. It's all good. As you exhale, start to drop the head first. Like move into this as if you're curling in. You let your hands come down to the floor. And then let's go maybe just 50% of the way. And start to floss. Just rock your shoulders, your ribs. Maybe it's a circling. Maybe it's a cat-cow. Your fingers are nice and spread. You can bring the thumbs in a little bit. Good. Okay, I'm just going to circle the opposite way a few times. Breathe. Good. Okay, and then continue if you feel you need that, or just walk yourself into wherever you go. Very first forward fold of the new year, maybe. So just drop into that place where you can start to rest, and if you need to prop your head up, it's always a good practice. And so we're just going to be here for another 3 or 4 breaths. Even ask yourself, oh, where can I soften here? Okay. Almost like, oh, so reluctantly press yourself up. Okay. I'm going to stretch the legs out. We are going to come onto our back. I'm going to do one little sun salute for those who feel like standing up and doing that with me. Okay, I think I'm going to keep, I'm talking about props. So I'm going to keep the blanket I have here. I'm going to put the bolster so I can rest my knees or my thighs on it if you like. I'm just going to keep it in the center. You know, you'll move that. And then I'll bring the blocks up to the front. Okay. And come up to standing. Okay. Just get the blood moving before I bring you down, and then we're probably just going to stay there. So let's bring yourself up. Find your standing, your joy, rock front to back on your feet, and good. And then we'll get really expansive. So once you're settled on your feet, anchor down into the floor. As you inhale, sweep your arms out to the side, reach up. And as you exhale, open those arms out to the side, bend your knees, come into your forward fold, hands on your blocks or on the floor, whatever you like. Let's just pause here for 1 or 2 breaths as you situate your feet, feel your head dropping. And then with your hands planted, rest down, inhale, lift your head and your heart, look forward. Exhale, hold down. Okay, I'm going to keep the right leg where it is. Take the left foot back. So you just step over your props. I'm just wiggling it here. Good. Okay, I'm going to come down onto that knee. So the bolster might be great for the knee, or you could also use it for the shin. Just kind of see. And then we're just going to rock front to back and open ourselves here. So you put your blocks any height. You know, there is cat-cow here. Smile if this is very crunchy. All good. Okay, we're going to hang out in the straight front leg part. So you bring, if you need to walk those blocks right in, do that. I can stretch my arms here, so I'm just going to take the blocks forward. And I'm bringing the sole of the right foot down. I'm just going to stretch the front of the foot, pull the hips back, smile, whatever capacity you're doing. You're like, look how expansive I am. Okay, come forward to bent knee lunge. And you can hang out here. We squeeze the thighs, take the belly in, reach the arms up. And we're just going to get expansive here. We're just going to reach up. The left toes are tucked under. You could have the top of the foot down, but if you're on the bolster, it's probably helpful to balance. Lift your belly, look up. Maybe you drop more into that knee and open. And then release the arms back down. We're going to come back to that straight front leg, but this time I'm going to lift the right foot as much as I can. So walk the blocks in, make space. If you need to move too, your hips need to shake a little bit, shake it off. Otherwise, I'm planting that heel down and lifting the head and smiling and embracing. Okay, good. I'm going to plant that right foot down, walk the blocks forward, straighten your left leg. Okay, I'm going to step the left foot by the right, but I'm going to take a little moment in standing splits. So if you want to do that, lift your left leg up and then set it down beside the right. And we're just going to go right into the second side. So keep the left foot here, take the right leg over, find some support there. Adjust your stance, adjust your blocks, and then once you're here, it's opening. You've been skiing, hiking, even in the winter, right? Well, I don't know if it's called hiking. Going for nature walks, any of that. Stretching your legs. Okay, I'm going to hang out in the straight front leg with the top of the foot pressed down. And send the hips back, lift the heart, and then lift the head. Smile. Look at your toes. Okay, and then come into your bent knee lunge, whatever that means. We'll squeeze the thighs. You can stay right here before we come up. Reach. Yes. So you're anchored through your legs. And that will enable you, if you feel very anchored, then maybe you can start to come forward. But, you know, even just staying in this L shape and reaching is such good work, such expansive work. One more breath. then release. We'll just take it back one more time. This time I'm going to lift the foot up, keep the heel on the floor. And again, I'll say this, if you need to wag your hip side to side, anchor, breathe. Yeah, do. Find space, expansive space within. Okay, good. All right, I'm going to take this leg back. Oh, no, I'm not going to do that because we have to do standing split second side. So sorry about that. Okay, lift the leg and then either step the feet together or lift the right leg up. Expand. Step the feet together. Good. Okay. All right, I'm just going to move the blocks out of the way. I'm going to step back to a downward facing dog. You just find it for yourself and be here for a few breaths. Feel your hands on the floor, your feet on the floor, your thighs pressing back, your head below your heart. Okay, I'm going to put the shins back on the bolster. Toes are tucked under. Just going to send the hips back. And then, we just are here to sit on the toes. So however you need to do that. Hands can stay down or just take a moment. Lift yourself up. Breathe. Feel. I'm just taking my weight back so I put more into the toes. Oh, so lovely. Okay, take the hands down. Good. All right, I'm going to put the tops of the feet on the bolster. So my knees are on the blanket now. I'm going to walk your knees apart, feet apart. You see, I'm going to take, it's almost like you're doing child's pose. So maybe your hips are going to sit in between your feet, or maybe it's better for you if they sit on your feet. You see how it goes. And then I'm coming back up to sit. So if that's not going to happen, you keep your hands down and feel some good knee flexion happening, top of the feet stretching. If you're here with me and you're like, okay, this is nice, then maybe we take the hands back. Oh, I did say live in. That's fine. I did get started and going. And we're, oh, it feels so good. Take one more breath. Okay. And then we'll come out of this. If you want to take another downward dog just to stretch it out, you're welcome to. Otherwise, I'm just gonna show you because my dog here is like wanting to get out. I'm gonna use this bolster underneath the hips, and we'll come and lie down. So I'll keep that blanket here, maybe another blanket for your head. If you want to put your socks on, do that. Let's bring the blocks so they're here, and maybe grab your strap. I'm just going to let the dogs down super quick, and then you'll lie down, the bolster underneath your hips. Breathing. And yourself nicely grounded. Even as I talk about this one in teacher talking about the value of props and using them. I bet you never used a heating pad. Such a good prop. Okay. So just adjust. If you need to stretch your legs out, didn't give myself a lot of room. You could do that for a few moments. Let's take the arms into a restful place. So if you like resting on your body or up to the side. Nice big breath. And sigh it out. Another big breath in. Sigh it out. Okay, and then if your legs are straight, let's just bend them and set up for a windshield wiper here. And just move in as you're ready. Nice and gentle, rocking your knees. And it's so nice when we have this bolster here, we can feel everything just supported in some way. Okay, let's do One more, and then end up with the knees dropping to the right. Okay, so with the knees to the right, if you need another prop, you're going to add it in. I'm going to take the left foot and I'm going to walk the left leg more to the left. So I've really created like this opening here. Maybe the right leg wants to move too, maybe not. And breathe here. Let everything settle. Okay, and we're going to stay in this shape. I'm going to lift the left knee up as much as it's going to go, and then just drop it down again. I'm just going to wave that, just the left knee a little bit. So maybe the sole of the left foot comes down. Maybe that knee, I've opened it up so much the knee's not going to drop anywhere more than just upright. Let it just wave. Okay, let's do one last one. And now we're going to take that same left leg and we're going to just walk it right over the right. And so here you go. Okay, you might wrap or just kind of tuck it underneath, knee underneath. You might rest it. For some of you, it might be better just to kind of put the left foot on top of the right leg somewhere and then drop it. Just be playfully curious here. Good. So what's happening now, I'm getting a little bit of a deeper twist and a stretch and a smile. That's beautiful breathing. So your right hip is supported on the bolster. The knees might be hanging in space, or grab your block, put it there if you need to. Take one more full breath in. And then find your way out very gently. You know, sometimes when we open these things, if we move too fast, it can be a little jarring. So come back to your center, readjust. Let's walk the feet apart and just drop the knees in towards each other. And just notice the difference in the two sides. And then we'll come back to this windshield wiper. And we'll just do like one or two, and then you'll just drop the knees over to the left. Send that right foot can just walk away. Open it up. And then just release yourself here for a few breaths. You have some back, hip, inner hip stuff, and you might be feeling it here. So I just want to drop in. And then when you feel ready, start to move just the right knee a little bit. Do one more wave and pause. I'm going to walk that right leg over to the left side and find a place to just rest it. So you might go knee over knee, or right foot on top of left leg somewhere. Wherever you put it, stay okay. We're just finding a little bit more weight onto this side, using the height of the bolster to open up these tighter places. Be with your expansive breath to nourish, to soften. Really expand your insides. Take one more full inhale. And exhale. Turn yourself very gently, slowly back to your center. And then pause. Okay. All right. I'm going to bring the knees into the chest. So you might, move yourself up a little bit, have the bolster more under just like the base of you, kind of feel what would feel good. Okay, you have your strap if you need it, or you interlace your fingers, rest them on the shins or behind the thighs. Okay. And then once you've settled, lift your head, lengthen like as if someone's pulling on the two sides of your head. And then lay the head down. Let the shoulders drop as much as you can. flexed feet, pointed feet, relaxed feet. It'll do something a little different. We're just going to let the weight of the legs compress our insides a little bit. Let the breath make its way into this compression, looking for its pathway. Notice if you're tensing your glutes, even your toes. Take one more breath in. And as you breathe out, you can release. You can take the feet to the floor, and you might stretch your legs out just to get really expansive. And you might even want to pull the bolster, readjust the place where you put your bolster. Okay, just take 3 or 4 breaths in. Just open, rest. Okay. Bend the knees, feet to the floor. I'm going to take cat-cow now with the bolster. So I'm going to pull the bolster up. So I'm just lifting the hips, bringing it up. So it's more resting now in the mid-back area from the bottom ribs to the, maybe right to the tush. That's kind of where it is. And then adjust your feet. And we'll just start to do a little bit of cat-cow. So you're just rolling or lifting and lowering the tailbone. Okay, I'm going to turn this into a circling. If that works, you just kind of feel into your low back, let the knees move, walk your feet wider, further. Maybe you go nice and slow. Let your knees move. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to reverse that. Massage your low back with the bolster. Okay, then we'll just come to like your last few moments. Maybe it's a hula side to side, and then resting. Okay, good. So you can stretch your legs out too if you like. Okay, I'm going to bring the knees back in. So I'm going to pull the bolster down again. Bring the knees back in. Once they're here, I'll lift the head, lengthen sides of the neck, bring it down. And then you either stay here or maybe we start to straighten the legs. They don't have to go over your head or touch your face or anything. They might be up. And maybe you can just massage the backs of your legs a little bit, the sides of your legs, any place of your legs here. There's so many benefits to getting our legs up and our torso down, for digestion, for breath, for relaxation, energy, blood flow, all these good things. Okay, I'm going to hang out here. So if you want to rebend, that's fine. And I'm going to take the hands right behind the eyes of the calf, the belly of the calf. Gently pull down and wrap the upper arms around the backs of the legs. Gently just draw them down. Okay, so wherever you are, legs up, legs over, hugging the knees in, soften your low back. Soften your glutes. Soften your jaw. Release. So I'll bring the knees in first. And very slowly rest the feet on the floor. Okay, I'm going to bring that bolster up a little higher, as high as I can get it. So you're going to lift your hips and just bring it up as high as you can get it. Now, maybe you don't let your hips touch the floor. Your tush to the floor. Maybe it's not going to happen. You have your block. If you want to put the block under the hips, that's fine. We're taking a bigger lift now through the mid body, like you want to feel that soft part from the bottom ribs to the tops of your hip bones is getting an opening. And I'm just going to invite the tail to drop to the floor. Feet are on the floor to support. Jaw is going to drop. Okay, you might walk your feet wider apart, give yourself more room. If you want to sway into this windshield wiper, or even just dropping one knee in and the other one, you find a little bit of very gentle, supported movement, meaning the feet are connected. Notice you're not really hanging, you may be supporting yourself a little bit, but maybe you're hanging. You have, freedom to just release this. Maybe you need to protect a little bit. That's all part of the expansiveness of your self-knowledge. Just find a way to be here. Okay, I'm going to bring it to whatever center is. So allowing, inviting everything to drop. We've got this little arch here. One more breath. Okay, I'm going to walk the feet in. They might go on your blanket, whatever it is, so we can lift the hips into a little bridge and take the arms over my head. If that's okay, if it's not okay, find a happy place. And then press the feet down, lift yourself up. You might still be on the bolster, maybe not, maybe come right off. And then lower yourself down as you exhale. Let's just do that a few times. So you inhale, it's really about the feet. Pushing and lifting and lowering. I'm going to do one more like this with the bolster. Okay, I'm going to lift up, bring the arms down, and just slide the bolster out. Lower yourself all the way down. Hopefully you're on your blanket, maybe your heating pad. You can stretch your legs out if you like, or just take a moment here. Let's have the knees in and rock side to side. So the knees don't have to be touching. They can be. Your hands could be on your shins, on your knees, behind your thighs. Just going to roll side to side. I'm going to come to a lying down twist. So if I put my bolster on the left side, I'm going to start on the left side. Okay. Ooh. I'm pausing for a moment. You know what? We are going to drop the knees to the left side. You're welcome to just do that. If you want a little bit of a balance challenge, then take your hands to your, like you were holding before, and then you'll roll yourself to the left side here, nice and slow. And then once you get the knees down, maybe you sweep that right arm up and over your head to just open. Okay, I'm going to take the left hand, rest it maybe on the left side waist, or on your heart, on your left, on your right thigh, right hip, anywhere. The bolster's there if you need it. Just kind of placed it underneath the left knee a little bit. Okay, we're going to lift the head, lengthen, and gently turn it. So you don't have to go all the way to your maximum. It could just be a little bit over to the right. And we'll breathe here for a few moments. Just resting. And then take this left arm up overhead. And then just, feel like maybe you're waking up. So as you inhale, you stretch your arms. Maybe you roll that right hip a little bit more to the left. And as you exhale, come back and just like, expanding and stretching into this twist. And I'm going to take that right leg and just pop it right over and stretch it out. And one more of this. Can I stretch myself in this twist? And then we'll just pause for 2 or 3 more breaths here. Nice. Feel the breath, feel the breath. And release. Walk yourself back very gently. If you use the bolster, just roll it over your body to the right side or whatever other side. Okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna bring the knees in. Let's do some egg beating. So stretch your, you can hold on or let your arms come out and just egg beat. So we're rolling on side to side on the backs of hips. We're moving the inner hips, feet, the knees, reverse. Maybe I'll make it bigger. See what happens. And then bring them back in. I'm just gonna bring my hands back. Knowing we're going to twist right side, if you want to try that, holding on to the legs, you roll very slowly to the right side. And then once you get there, the left arm open, and the right hand might rest on your body somewhere. And lift the head, lengthen, very gently turn it, and rest. I'm going to take this right arm now, just reach it overhead. And maybe the left leg's going to pop over somewhere. You adjust. That might be enough. Or maybe as you inhale, you stretch and soften. Just looking for those little places. And then rest. Let the breath fill all that's on offer. Okay. And then release yourself. Come back to your center. Now hug the knees in. Okay, this time I'm going to lift the head, make yourself so small that your hands can go anywhere. If you can grab hold of your feet, no extra bonus points, but go for that. And then lift your head, curl in, pull the legs in, and then soften. Drop the shoulders, drop the jaw, smile. You can lengthen the sides of your neck. How do you do that here? One more breath. And then release. We're just going to expand completely. So the legs can go out wide, the arms can go out wide. Sometimes I get a little, I share this in case anyone else gets little knots in their solar plexus area when you really crunch in. It's not uncommon. So if that happened to you, don't think, oh God, what's happening? It's okay. Just really getting deep inside. All right. Good. Okay. So bend your knees. We're going to move to the wall. I didn't say use a wall, but we are going to go to the wall and do some legs up and some other things. So if you don't have a wall nearby, then you can always maybe have your chair, use your chair. Otherwise, I'm just going to pull this little package down so that I can come to sitting at the wall. And the bolster, let's see, I'll put the bolster in place closer to the wall. Okay. But I'm not going to be on the bolster right now. I'm going to put the feet at the wall. You probably don't need anything under your head, but you might. So just find that. So you're sitting in your chair. Just give you a few moments to kind of get yourself situated. Okay, arms wherever you like. Over your head, out to the side, resting on your body somewhere. Okay, and then once you're here, friends, I'm just going to start with a gentle cat-cow. And it might go more because we have the feet at the wall and you can push in. Maybe you lift up. You don't have to come up super high. And it's just the tailbone. Just moving in a way that you can really tune in and be here. Okay, let's play with the feet a little bit. So I'm not even going to tell you when to do it. You're just going to feel for your intuitive self when you want to lift your heels and when you want to plant the heels and lift the toes. or maybe even the whole foot, just the heel stays down. I'm just gonna find whatever works here. Few moments just being with this. Okay, and then drop into your rest. Let's stretch the legs up. Maybe the legs can relax. They don't have to be, I've flexed my feet. I have the heels at the wall, but that's going to open the backs of the legs a little more. But if you need to just rest, that's okay. That's good. Take one more breath. Okay, and then I'm going to come back to bending the knees, feet to the wall. This time I'm going to lift up as high as the body wants to. So you might plant the your upper arms on the floor, palms facing each other, plant the shoulders, plant the back of your head. And then whenever you're ready, we're just moving in a way that brings the whole spine into this. Maybe not. Maybe you're just going a little bit, and that's perfect. Okay, if you're moving all the way up with me, maybe you want to come up to the highest, plant your one foot at the wall, take the other knee in, or you stretch the leg, but don't turn your head. The hands can come down, or they can stay there. And we'll just change legs. I'm just going to stretch them. I'm going to use the wall. Good. Okay, and then once you're done, both legs, come down, straighten the legs. Okay, I'm going to move into legs up the wall. You might stay there for the whole rest of this class, or you might be like, no, I don't want legs up the wall today, and just going to move into Shavasana. All fine. Okay, just going to roll over to the side, press up, and I'm going to sit on the bolster like we do. Maybe I did say have your strap nearby, so you might want to strap your legs. We all know how to be here and legs up the wall. It's a great gift offering. An eye pillow or another blanket. Okay. So if you're using the strap, I'm going to put it about the thighs, middle of the thighs. And it's not too tight. It's just there to kind of just keep everything together. More relaxing. Okay. I'm going to wiggle up as close to the wall as I can get. But if that's too much for your legs, just you can go far back from the wall. You can support your head if it needs it. And then once you're here in this deliciousness, and we're just going to drop there and receive the benefits of your practice and of this pose. Just allowing the blood flow, your pelvic health, changing the flow, digestion, your breath, your heart, your head is resting. Just in your mind's eye. Maybe you could vision yourself as you are. And then that makes you smile because taking the time in your day to just rest in this shape. Feeling the expansiveness of your breath. Not doing anything to change, to affect the breath. Just watch it. If you've had a very busy, need some serenity now, your mind is really thinking, you can take your hands and just lightly massage the skin of your forehead, your temples, anywhere on your face, smoothing, releasing. and then deeply resting, which can be deceiving because if your mind is really busy or you feel tense or whatever it is, maybe that's your practice today. You might just be in that place where you're like, I'm here. I'm expanding into this shape. Honoring what is. Without judgment. Tender, compassionate love for this body, for this breath, for your busy mind, and for the light within you. As you offer that compassion, kind, loving, tender moment to yourself, maybe you need to send that out to somebody in your life. Just wrap them up with your expansive, beautiful intentions. For love, for peace, for health, for joy. You want to just come into lying flat out for a few moments, and do that now, or just stay in your rest. Dropping into the deepest state of softening. Knowing you can stay in your rest for longer, even as we close this class. Savor this time for as long as it feels good. And if you're ready to come out, just start by bringing that, without opening your eyes, just picture yourself as you are. Expanding into your practice and bless yourself. Come out now and just finding the movements in the fingers, the toes, the feet, the ankles. You bend your knees. Moving really slowly as you use the strap and then slide it off. And you might want to stretch your legs up again, open your arms out, and open your legs wide against the wall. You know, just savor this time of being on the earth, your supports. Moving on in whatever beautiful way you can awaken. Eventually, when you do come to your side, just don't rush. Be there, feel everything just releasing, dropping off. Even if it's just for right now, you can release. Let it go. Once you do come upright and just savoring where you are for a few moments, just feeling that's what's shifted. And come out of a practice the same way we came in. It's really nice to just be with that. Acknowledge that you offered this, you did this, you created this, you've expanded everything. Taking a nice big breath in, and as you exhale, bow your chin and bring your hands together at your heart, honoring all that you are, and a moment for gratitude. And we'll seal this practice with our "May we be blessed" mantra. And then you inhale, grow nice and tall. Exhale this breath. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. Inhale. Breathe into your hands, catch your breath, and just whatever you need, you put it there. And then offer this to yourself, a sacred moment, and send it out. So much love and honoring. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Enjoy this beautiful gift of a day. Welcome back. Namaste, friends. Yes, I'm honored to have you here. Oh, look at that, Lindsay. That's nice. That little decal you have there. Oh, I like it. Marta, thank you. Nice to see you. Even if you don't turn your cameras on. Sharon, Ian, Liz, Mary Jane, thank you for being here. And Lindsay. Bye, guys.